Welcome to the Accelerator Show, folks. I'm Isabella, and I'm here with the one and only Lila, the visionary behind the Salvaged.
Yeah, so to most people, most average consumers, you'll probably know us as like a thrift store that's online. We're trying to make the experience of shopping online for thrift as easy as possible and as accessible as possible. But what we mainly do as a startup is we streamline the digitization of thrift, from uploading to sizing to visualizing it online. And that's what we're trying to do at scale from 2023 onwards. I wouldn't call us an industry disruptor yet. We just started 3 months ago, but I think that what drives us every day to show up and work in the warehouse and gather clothes, and it's quite intensive. And you can say that a lot of the industry is handling textile waste right now, but clearly not enough. And so that's kind of why we're here, to try and see if there's maybe another way of looking at it by bringing clothes online, making it accessible instead of having it stuffed in a warehouse where no one can access it. I think we expected people to not want to thrift at all, but people are open to thrift. There's band tees, there's vintage Chanel and branded items that people regard as really high quality. But the clothes that we're sourcing from secondhand thrift stores, or people's everyday items that they just give to us, people are like, I don't know if I want that. And so it's very interesting, like how people have this high level of standard when it comes to thrifting. Whereas I am assuming if they saw that online on ASOS's lure, they'd be like, oh yeah, I'd buy that. But people somehow are so critical to thrift, so much more than firsthand. And that's something that we have to deal with culturally in Hong Kong. And I think essentially ESG is overcomplicated. It's really just about making sure that your output in terms of environmental resources is less than your input. You're not taking away more than you're giving out in terms of value as a business. And so, every time someone makes a sale, it's a win for us because that item was going to be landfilled. And that item would have been bought firsthand otherwise, if not through us. So that's an assumption, but yeah, that's the idea. I think one of the ways that we stand out in the market is the fact that we're a very youth-led, youth-driven company. So both me and my co-founder, we're in our early 20s. Everyone that we hire are students, and so we're kind of marketing to ourselves, and we have kind of our finger right on the heartbeat of people that we're hoping will shop from us. And I think that's a great advantage that I hope will transfer into sales and a cultural movement behind Salvaged and thrifting in general in Hong Kong. And the second thing is just the way that we source. We're very, very particular about where we source from. Our 2 major partners right now are Redress and Green Ladies, and we just source the clothing that they couldn't sell. So it's thrift stores and then the leftover inventory from there, and just kind of making sure that it's as close to what would have been landfilled, that we're trying to make of value and make sellable. So now our key KPI is just the number of items that we sell, which in itself is already a KPI, but the number of items that we sell over how much we took in, and making that ratio as high as possible. So it's not just okay, we sold 1,000 units, but we have 10,000 in our warehouse, 9,000 that we didn't end up selling. It's more we're trying to sell as much as what we take in, if that makes sense. The person that I'm advising is probably in their early 20s as well, and you're a youth entrepreneur, and you're going to be reaching out to a lot of different people, and they're going to tell you you're just a baby, and they're just going to not really take you seriously. And I think it's important to remember no one knows what they're doing, and if they did, climate change wouldn't be real. So just remind yourself that it's okay, your intentions are good, you have a mission, keep going. It's going to be hard, but it's worth it. And yeah,